I saw their faces, hidden behind grotesque masks, contorted in pain, but I didn't understand. Evil to keep away evil? What a strange concept. I was naive, and so I was captured and kept in his lair. Amusement is what we all are to him, like animals in the zoo. We dance, we play, and we sleep, all for his pleasure. Do we believe he will set us free? No. Death will soon overtake us as he slowly breathes in our life's energy. He watches us, his smile thin, and at first glance, it seems apathetic, but he's got us in his sights. We play the game nervously, as if we could escape, unsure of what he wants, but certain of our need to please him. The demon is not like the gods of old, nor a tyrant driven by wrath. He is colder, more detached. His nature is not to conquer, but to feed, to drain. He devours not just life, but the very essence of being. He enjoys watching us struggle, not because he craves our suffering, but because suffering is the currency that powers his existence. The dance is not about control. It is about consumption. We are his sustenance, and like any predator, he bides his time, watching and waiting. When he smiles, it's not out of malice. It is a quiet, predatory satisfaction, like an apex predator observing its prey squirm in a trap. He doesn't need to rush. He knows we will exhaust ourselves in our attempts to escape. And then, when we are broken, that's when he takes what he wants. He has lived centuries in this place, built of shifting stone and dark air. It is his domain, his playground. He feeds off the souls that wander in, trapped in their own illusions, believing they can outsmart him, believing they can flee his grasp. Some call him a demon, but I suspect he was something once, something much older, far beyond mere labels. The way he watches us, it's as if he's been through this 1,000 times, and we are simply another round of his game. But even in his detachment, there is a cold hunger in his eyes, a hunger for something more than just power or chaos. There is an emptiness in him that stretches to eternity. Perhaps that is why he feeds, to fill it, to make the void go away, if only for a moment. The crow came to visit again yesterday. His dark eyes locked on mine, as if he knew me, and he brought with him a message, a glimmer of hope. When the dark moon rises tonight, the passage opens. If I can find it, I can steal back the life that was taken from me. The minutes are ticking by. Each door I open reveals nothing but shelves lined with empty jars of souls. Souls drained, lifeless, devoured by this greedy demon. Shadows are forming. Time is running out. Desperation fills me now as my eyes search the room. Dust particles float in the air, suspended in a beam of light above me. But wait. I see it now. A sliver of light in the wood. I freeze, my heart racing. I glance back at the other room, my pulse quickening as anticipation rushes through me. The sliver of light grows, widening slowly, steadily, until it washes over me. The view beyond takes my breath away. Such ordinary things, yet so extraordinary. I can almost smell the green grass, feel the breeze through the trees, hear the wind rustling the leaves. Puffy clouds drift lazily across the cerulean sky. Freedom never looked so good. The sound of laughter drifts from the next room. He's going to look for me soon. I don't have much time. If I don't make it now, I won't survive until the next new moon. He will consume me long before that. I take a step forward, the sharp grass tickling my foot. Laura! My lungs tighten like steel bands cutting off my breath. I freeze, unable to inhale or exhale. I know what's happening. I've failed. I was so close, so close. Like a lactating infant, he is sucking all I am out of me. A sound reaches my ears. The crow, the harbinger of hope. But it's too late. It's all too late. I feel the last threads of my strength slipping away, my vision dimming, and the cawing of the crow becomes deafening, ringing in my ears. And then, a sharp peck between my shoulder blades. My body jolts, my vision clearing for a moment. Another peck, a third. The cawing intensifies, but something in its urgency, in its insistent rhythm, pulls me back, forcing my eyes open. The pain in my flesh is unbearable, but I can't collapse. The crow's claws, steely, burning, dig into my skin like meat hooks, driving me forward. Each step is a struggle, but I fight to keep my balance. I've been fooled. The crow is not an ally after all. I look ahead. My freedom is slipping away, just beyond my reach. Lost again. A cold emptiness fills my chest. I think of my family, my friends, of all the things I'll never do again. No more walks on the beach with Stephen. No more collecting pretty rocks. No more wet-nosed nudges from Dixon, begging for my attention while I type on the computer. No more spaghetti dinners with Jordan, laughing, as she ends up with more sauce on her than in her. I smile at the thought, even as my cheeks dampen with the sting of tears. The burning in my lungs comes rushing back, sharp and raw, and the crow continues its relentless assault, tearing into me. Is this how it happens? The crow devours flesh, while the demon devours souls? I gasp, my breath coming in desperate, ragged pulls. It hurts so much. I don't know how much longer I can last. My knees buckle, and the world spins. I stumble forward, falling onto cool, damp grass. The blades press into my cheeks. The earth's chill seeps into my skin, comforting me in a way only the familiar can. I lay there, my face pressed to the ground, tasting the wetness of the earth beneath me. I've made it. But how? Something stirs beside me. My heart jumps, a sudden spike of fear. I turn my head, dreading what I might see. It's him, the crow. He hops around, eyeing his surroundings with a strange kind of reverence. For a moment, I think he doesn't see me, and then he stops. He looks directly at me, his black eyes narrowing, his head tilting slightly as if sizing me up. And suddenly, I understand. He, too, has been searching for the passage. He was part of this game, this ritual, the same as me. The demon has drained his essence, too, pulling him into this prison of twisted hunger. The crow caws loudly, not in sorrow, but in triumph. I whisper to him, barely a breath, "Thank you." He lets out a final shrill caw, and with one powerful beat of his wings, he rises into the sky. It's not goodbye. It's the sound of release, of breaking free. But as I take one last look toward the place I escaped, I know the demon is never defeated. He is always watching, always waiting. And in the silence, I hear his laughter once again.